record me. Are you kidding me? No, I'm camera conscious anyway.
Well, I guess you're gonna put yourself to a test. If you're gonna build a company, you're gonna have to face adversity. So this is a small amount of adversity to face.
I'm up for it. So I was reading up on the education industry, and it's been revolutionized recently when it comes to things online. So anything on YouTube or Instagram, teachers become very famous. Also the fitness industry that's blowing up in this country. So I just had a thought of putting those two things together and start something like what I like to call Fit with Punchal.
What is it?
Fit with Punchal.
Fit with Punchal.
Yeah, and I'm Punchal.
That's you.
Right. So it's all about building a community and giving people a reason to be better versions of themselves. Right? So this could later develop into an app or just anything that helps people get anything that makes it easier for people to get on the fitness journey. Alright, I'll give you my entire idea. It's gonna take some time, I hope that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to summarize, but go ahead.
Are you sure that you're not?
Yeah, go.
Alright, so if you look at the fitness industry, there's a lot of fitness influencers, right? And a lot of people blindly follow them.
Mm-hmm.
And there also has misinformation, but that's irrelevant right now. Anyway, so while talking about the fitness industry and the education industry, I just want to build that to get that together to the fitness education industry. So there's apps like CureFit and Healthify Me, which are very famous here. And they basically help you get fitter, right? CureFit gives you workouts, and Healthify Me is more about diets, right? But the thing is, you don't know who's behind the screen giving you all of this. And at the same time, you have the faces online, on social media, of influencers. So I was thinking, if we put this together and that if influencers directly reaching out to you through apps. So first of all, there's no misinformation spreading, right? Because it's all going through a system. And second, it just gives people a little more reason to believe in what's coming. And
so you want to be able to connect normal people with the fitness influencers, and the fitness influencers get paid for messaging the normal people.
Right.
So right now, a lot of the fitness influencers sell their courses, of course.
They do.
Right? And they sell trainings.
They do.
You want to provide a platform for the courses or trainings to run through.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And this is why it's Fit with Punchal, because I wish to be one of the first ones, influencers to directly reach out.
Yeah. Well, that wouldn't be the app name, of course.
Yeah, it would be Fit With. So fit with you.
Fit with. So it's fit with anyone.
Yeah, fit with anyone.
But first, Fit with Punchal.
Exactly.
Does each fitness influencer have their own application?
No, all of them go through this one application.
So here's my thoughts on it. Please take this. Just as some background, Punchal was just sitting here. We got to chatting. I told him about doing startup college out here, Gurugram, India right now. And I'm just gonna give my review on that, because I think when you think about it, where is the value, where are the customers coming from when you're developing this? Like, where is the attention coming from for people to buy the course from that person?
The attention directly comes from their social media.
From that influencer's social media.
Right.
Cool. So because of that, understanding the fact that your distribution model is those influencers, right?
Right.
So getting them to switch from they can have their own site built where it's theirs, it's their platform, will be difficult. Saying go on Fitwith, and when you're on Fitwith, you're just made another one of all the other influencers. That's not very sexy. And for them to advertise Fitwith, it doesn't advertise their brand, right?
Right.
People are very open and excited to advertise their brand. So you have like Brooke Burke, familiar with her? She's one of the the more popular like women's fitness influencers. I just bring that up because I helped out recently with a product launch for her. She has like 55,000 paying subscribers on her own app. The app is called Brooke Burke Body. And she pushes the shit out of it. It's hers, it's her life, because she's connected to the app name. It's status. So in some sense, if you can sell status of the application to the person, they're gonna advertise it for free, right? Because they just want to flex to people that they have their own app. And the app can do the same things that you wanted it to do with FitWith. All you're doing is you're taking, here we already have the same software for each person. So we don't even need to build a new app for each person. We just go to them, we say, hey, we want to build you an app, you know? We want to streamline your process. They're going to advertise the shit out of it, and you're just taking revenue from all the money that's coming through there. And now you have 30 different apps on the App Store, 40, 50 for each influencer, and that's much more effective than fucking, you know, whatever else.
Right.
FitWith, advertising FitWith, getting them to advertise FitWith, you're going to have to pay each person. This is the biggest problem with a startup like this, is how do you ROI on that? By paying the influencer, who might even advertise their FitWith thing, but then they're going to go back to advertising on a different course when it sells their status. You will always be the low status thing if they're just on that app. If you provide them with their highest form of status of their course, they will become that app. And at the end of the day, you're providing the backend software, your app is getting a % of all revenue that's coming through there, and so that as a business model, much more attractive.
I like that. I do.
So the reason I bring that up, what Piyush is working on right now is an app called Socialverse. So basically this is like, you're familiar with TikTok, I know it's banned here. A lot of you guys use Instagram Reels, or Chingari was somewhat popular. Right?
I'm aware of Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts.
And you never heard of Gari?
I've heard of it, but they're not.
They're not big.
They're not big, not with the crowd we're amongst right now.
So I don't have service on this phone, but you can see the layout. These are all what we call subverses. Each one is like its own mini app, its own TikTok feed. So imagine your college, Symbiosis. You could have Symbiosis as its own TikTok feed. People from Symbiosis upload to it, so it has its own culture. It's like a decentralized Barstool Sports page. Do you have Barstool Sports out here?
We don't.
Okay. Barstool Sports is like these college pages. People normally would submit videos to the page. The admins on the back end would then post the best videos. Why not remove the middleman and just have people post that whole feed? So this is like obviously cool, but how are we planning on getting customers? This is why I sort of already had that whole idea in mind, because I've thought about this. I've gone down this idea maze. Have you ever heard of that term?
Idea maze?
Idea maze.
That's new.
So that's a term, it's becoming more popular in like venture capital, because essentially each idea maze is like a maze you run of the variables, right? And you're thinking about what's best and what works. And the people who have run the most idea mazes, right, that have the best alpha, like that dank knowledge that's going to give you an edge in business. So that's just a fun term. This is all
stuff I love.
Useful stuff. This is welcome to startup college. You know? This is fucking 101 right now. So what we're doing, rather than like just initially advertising the fuck out of our app, what we're doing is building applications for big influencers. So people who have like, they already have 10 mil, 15 mil. One cool part is that these subverses are monetized. So, for example, like Hustlers University that Tate just did. People have Patreons, but it's not vertical videos. Everyone wants to scroll on vertical videos right now. So it's essentially a Patreon mix with TikTok for the influencer. But rather than them sending it to Patreon, we build them their own application that goes onto the App Store. So now they're getting to sell, hey, go to Punitverse. I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Punit? Punchal. Yeah. Go to Punchal University. I just uploaded all of my best workout tips. And then someone would, when they download that app, get an intro video, When they try to scroll, then it's paid, and it's sort of locked. So that's pretty relevant to that idea where I was like, initially, I wanted influencers to promote Socialverse, like the main application, but it's just like 10 grand per post promo, right? I'm like, crap. And then if they drove people to our app, and then they told those people to go into our app and then into their subverse, it's not going to convert as hard. They don't want to promote it for free.
Right.
And so it's like, just doesn't work very well. But when we make it their app, now people are like, thank you so much. Because we're building them their own application. We're giving them status.
Right.
Influencers, like, status is their name of the game. The more that they build their brand, that's what they work on. So when you help them build their brand, and you have it also be a way that they make money, you make money together, and it also advertises your back end. Because on those apps that we give to our influencers, they're still going to be able to go explore all the other subverses. They're still going to be able to go use our, we have our social token involved in the thing. So it's still our infrastructure. These are just different spokes to the same core wheel, So that's the cool thing. We'll probably even have somewhere on there like build your own app. And then that would be one way that your fitness people, when they're advertising, they obviously have all the other fitness influencers looking at them.
Right.
They'll go download that app just to check it out, study the game, right?
Right.
And then they'll see, I can get my own fitness app now too. And then boom, clients.
So that just makes it easier for them to get an app.
And you can have the influencers, the fitness influencers, who all have relationships with each other because they work out, they do collabs.
Right.
Tell them, hey, you sign up another fitness influencer to use our application, we'll give you 5% of their revenue perpetually. Right. So then they're going to be pitching it of like, yo, look at how much money I made using this app. You should sign up and make your own app too. And it's all flowing back.
That's beautiful. Wait, should I stop recording?
Sure.